Hi, welcome to Messy Missy Creates. This is Melissa. Welcome if you're new, welcome back if you've been here, and I appreciate all of you and your comments and your sweet thoughts and all the things, and advice and tips and tricks and all the things that you leave wonderful comments about. Yeah, thought I'd be back in my journal today. I have not. I'm getting there. I've got my backgrounds prepped. I thought I would kind of recap the weekend. It's Monday the 19th, and it is rainy, dreary, so we get gray ink for today. This was the Distress Ink Weathered Wood. And I thought I actually had one called Stormy Skies, but they make one, but I guess I don't have it. But anyway, that's beside the point. So it's too early for me to journal today, but I do have, let's see, I had my 9. I think I need to print another one. I think I don't have a one, so I think I'm going to use, let's see. This is one of February and June, Lydia at February and June, her Patreon. This is one of her new printables for June. Yep. Let me see if I can cut it out. And I'm going to use this one. Anyway, I just thought since it, is today, I did the background while I was making the backgrounds for the last few days. And I didn't turn on the camera. I was just trying to get it done and dry and all my stuff in the right place and all those things. So I figured the video will be long enough, and just I'm gonna try to get like 4 days done. This is another one of her several of her printables from previous months on her Patreon, Lydia at February and June. And here we go. This is what I was looking for. This, and if I remember correctly, let me get it. Oh, I forgot about, no, yes. No, yes, no, yes, no, yes. Okay, all of this and the number I just cut out, these, I think this was all this month. She puts out a lot of printables, and then these cookies. Aren't they cute? This especially reminds me of Valentine's, but I have been quite the cookie monster myself this month. I know that's what she was saying when she put the video out, or put the post out with the new printables, saying that she was in a cookie mood, or cookie mode. But let me see. I'm going to pull some of these out because though I have my numbers cut out, I don't have all of my days, like the days of the week. So I'm just going to pull those because I know I'll need them. So where are we at? These are mine. I'm getting closer and closer. I'm making some July ones too. Getting closer and closer to opening my Etsy shop back up. I looked at Ko-fi. I know several people do that. I don't know if I want to do that or Etsy, but if you have any experience with Ko-fi, let me know. I had signed up for an account a while back, several years ago, and I went to go create an account, and it told me I already had an existing account, and then if you can't remember your password, you gotta go through all that. You know the drill. So I wasn't in the mood for that day, and I just said, never mind, I'll do it later. So that's where we are with that. This is Monday. I have this little Monday hanging right off here, so I'm going to put that there. And let's see, that's not the ones that she put out with those, but it's the one I'm going to use. And it will be just fine. It will match perfectly. There we go. But I thought that I would go ahead and get my day and number on there for the current day. And then, well, I seem to have lost my little glue paper here. Let me find it. It probably, oh, here it is. Just say it ended up in those papers I just picked up. Glue. Someone asked in a comment recently about which glue stick I use. This is Scotch Create. It's a large glue stick, 1.41 ounces. I will try to remember to link this. I get them on Amazon. There might be a couple local stores that sell them. But I haven't found them lately. So I just ordered them off Amazon. And if you order, they have like one, you know, you can order one, but you're going to pay a chunk for it. So I order them like 4 at a time, I think. And it works out to be, I don't know, maybe $2 or $3 or $3 a glue stick or something like that. But it's not too bad considering it is a big glue stick. So, and it works. And I've paid that much for them at Walmart and they didn't work. So, what else was I going to put on this one? Let's see. This you will see a lot over the last few days. We've had, it has stormed and then it'll be sunny. It'll storm and then all of a sudden we'll get a tornado warning. We've had a couple of them that have been fairly close to us. Nothing has hit us yet, but I say yet very reluctantly. Not like I'm, you know. But I do need, it is rainy. So far it's not stormy. By stormy, I mean massive lightning. We've had so much lightning lately, which if you can avoid getting struck by it, it's good for the ground, I guess, and the garden. And I've heard, you can correct me if you know differently, but I have been told that it adds nitrogen into the rain, and when the rain hits the ground, that's why everything looks so much greener. That's why your garden and yard and everything responds to rain differently than, you know, just watering. Because something about the molecules, when it hits the earth or hits the soil, it releases something, maybe some extra nitrogen. I don't remember. So don't quote me on that, but I just know that it's good for, you know, it's not good for my mojo, but it might be good for my garden. My husband is at the hospital with his parents. Nothing too serious, but his dad had a procedure Friday and needed to go have that checked. So I'm gonna put my little rain girl on here. I'm not outside with an umbrella. I can't exactly hold an umbrella and use my walking devices at the same time. So I just have to use a rain jacket. But I had this little girl printed up, and you know, she probably needs to move. Now, if you want a glue with some wiggle room and, you know, the ability to move it later, then don't use this. But because this is quite, I mean, that wasn't dry yet. That's why I was able to move her. But once it sticks, and it's on there. This is the other Scotch, and I used it so much to make my, I didn't video that. I think I was on a video chat with Lydia when I did this, and it's still sticky. I used this so that I could move them later, and I had it all over my fingers, and I can still feel it on the tops of the numbers. So when I get them all in place, and it's still all over the container, but this is really good. Scotch repositionable glue. I got it at Office Depot. I'm sure you can get it off Amazon too. But it like turns everything into a Post-it note, you know, so you can you can move it, and well, it says it's repositionable. So let's see. But for the most part, I don't want everything to be repositionable. I just want it to stick. Let's see, pardon my reach. So I went ahead and did some backgrounds. I've been sitting here for the last, I don't know, I took about an hour and I went through and I got all my, or most all of my photos and printables and clip art and all the things. And you know, I could draw this and I was going to, or write it or whatever, but I was printing and had extra room on my paper, so I said, well, I might as well go ahead. Yesterday here in the U.S. was Father's Day. I don't know about other countries. But it was Father's Day in my neck of the woods, so to speak. So I am documenting that. Let me get my, see, I already have my numbers cut out, so you don't have to sit through that. I went ahead and did my inky backgrounds. Ooh, I don't think I got glue right there, but that's okay. Cut my numbers out. I did not do the days yet, so. Ooh, and you know what? Let me move that. Speaking of moving it, okay, that's twice I've moved it. So far, so good. I almost didn't allow for the room for these. Let's see, that was Sunday. And I think I'm going to try to do Thursday through Sunday if I can in one video. But I've already done some of the prep work, so I should be able to, I think. I had some exciting news yesterday. Well, we went to church. Let's see. It stormed again. It's been storming. That wasn't my exciting news. Apparently, and I don't know exactly what made him decide to tell me, yesterday while we were sitting in church, my husband told me that they were going to try to surprise me, but he knows me better than that. And I'm not much on surprises. Some surprise, I mean, you know, it just, I guess, depends on the circumstance. But, yeah, I did not allow myself enough room for that. But that's okay. I can just jump the curve there. Anyway, my husband and my daughter have been scheming without me. And she's coming home for about a week. So I am so excited. She has not been back home in about a year. And since last May, when my husband had his heart attack last May, she came back and to help, well, me, to help him, to help me help him, so to speak. And now we've seen her since we went, but we met her for Thanksgiving up at some family in South Carolina. I don't know why I just closed that, because I'm about to reopen it again. Anyway, so I am excited to see her. Let's see, this is my Father's Day clip art. This is not me, I'm glad. And nobody's sick, but I had it printed out, and so I decided to use it. My father-in-law did not feel up, and I know I'm doing this in reverse order. He had surgery on Friday, and I cannot walk and talk at the same time. With my left hand, I'm thumbing through, looking for, what am I looking for? Oh, a little church thing. And they didn't, you know, sometimes they go to church with us, most of the time, or a good bit of the time, but he was not feeling well from his procedure that he had Friday. And so we just took lunch. We stopped after church and picked up something and took to him. You know, we could have grilled, or I could have cooked, or whatever. We just didn't have anything, you know, prepared necessarily. But I also didn't want my husband to have to, you know, to cook on Father's Day. So we stopped, and there was a couple options. One, the line was, you know, out wrapped around the building. And so we opted for KFC. I love their chicken pot pies. I think I said that already in another video. But let's see if I can, let me put this here and put this up here. Okay. And then, well, I really kind of wanted that here. Well, no, maybe I want that here. All right. Make up your mind, woman. Make up your mind. It does not really matter. So, you know, we went and had a nice little lunch at their house, and that was really nice. We had a great, we went to Sunday school, and we each have our own individual classes now. We used to go to one, and now I go to a ladies class and he goes to a men's class, and it's really fun. It's really interesting. We learn a lot. Let me go ahead and glue this on. There was something else I was looking for, or started looking for, and now I can't remember. I'll remember it in a minute. But anyway, so we had a good class. We got into church. Oh, that's what I was going to look for. And about the time we get into church service, the bottom falls out. And it's a big church. And the fact that we could hear it, you know, in the church says a lot about how loud it was and how bad it was storming, which we knew it was going to. And we were just hoping that it would, you know, stop by the time we get out, which it did. But, you know, it's hard to concentrate when all you can hear is boom, 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 and, you know, the thunder. And we've been having so many, in the middle of the church service, everybody's phones, the weather alert system, started going off. And, you know, because it'll go off even, well, ours does anyway, our emergency management system here. I assume that everybody has something like that. I guess I shouldn't assume that, but we've been having so many like warnings the last few days. It's tropical season here, meaning it's hurricane season. So we get several days warning on a hurricane typically, but these cells that pop up out of nowhere, we don't get a whole lot of warning on them, and they really can wreak havoc on your day, because one minute it's sunshiny, the next minute you've got tornadoes in the area. And you know, so anyway, everybody's phone goes off in this loud beep, you know. And oh, let me show you this. I finally got smart. I don't know if you can see this. I wrote it in pencil. Well, I wrote the wrong month. I put 5/18 instead of 6/18. I was having trouble keeping up with, you know, when I was making videos, I'd have my pictures and stuff that I printed out, and I had, without looking at my phone, I couldn't remember what day, you know, like this one I put 6/16, and this one I put 6/17, so I'm like, just write it in pencil on the back of the thing, it won't show through. So I was like, go me. Yay. For a good idea. But anyway, so we're sitting in church, and even though we've got our ringers off, is what was going to be my point. Our ringers are turned off, but the alerts come through anyway. So in the middle of the sermon, we can hear beep, 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 you know, everybody's phone's going off. And so it's like, well, what's fixing to happen? We have had 2 tornadoes that were fairly close. I think I already said that. Let's see, what else was I going to put on here for yesterday? So after, I mean, obviously we didn't try to do anything outside. We had despite the storm Saturday, well, I had a TV. I'll find it in a minute and I'll come back to it. But I'm just going to kind of put him up here, or I'll put him over here. And then I'll write about him not feeling well. His incision was really bothering him, and he thinks he may have done something to it or slept on it wrong or something like that. But anyway, I'll come back. I was going to put I have a TV that I just saw a few minutes ago. And now I'm not seeing it. But, well, it would probably be right here in activities. No, maybe not. Anyway, because we came home and watched the U.S. Open. And I'm not, watching golf is not the highlight of my day. My daughter loves it. My husband likes it. And it was Father's Day. So it was, a lot of times he watches, on the weekends, he controls the remote anyway. Because I can have it during the week, right? So I'm just going to come back and put that. We watched that, and then we watched just some other stuff. It was just rainy, nasty. Have a relaxing day. I guess I should put that. I was actually cutting carrots while we were watching TV, but I'll find... Well, let's just do it now. Because if I have to come back to it, I won't remember it. Let's see. Here's that one's too big. It always gets shoved to the side. This is, I think I showed you this in the last video. These are from Recreations by Brooke. We didn't harvest carrot. We did that Saturday. I need a big one of these for Saturday. And then I need my little one for my my little collage calendar thing. So while I'm here, let me get that. We may never be done picking carrots. I don't know. We picked 2 beds full of carrots, and so we got 2 of them emptied. I didn't get the next thing planted in it because, well, it started storming. I need to figure out... Oh, here's a TV. It's not the TV I was going to use, but it's a TV. A TV. So, why not use this one? It's right here. I had one already cut out. And in my little storage packs. Isn't that cute? I know I've shown you that. That's from February and June. From Lydia at February and June. And, well, oh, that's right. I forgot I had that. This is from Recreations by Brooke. This is June of 21. And it's got a lot of garden goodies in it. But it also says Happy Father's Day. I'll see if I can fit that on the page somewhere. National Donut Day. I miss that every time. And Camera Day. Anyway, most of them, like this one is dated 21. Like 6/4/21. But most of the things you can go back. She still sells these in her Etsy shop. Brooke, Recreations by Brooke. Most everything you can use for whatever year. Only a couple things are dated differently. Or, for that specific year. I don't know if she's making new ones anymore or not, but I'm not even sure I got what I went in there to get. Yeah, I do have the TV here. So I will go ahead and put that. Oh, I was going to put something about cutting carrots. That's right. Duh. Anyway, slow down. It's not a race. Anyway, so we had a good weekend. This was just Sunday. We just kind of had, like I said, it was just kind of a, not a totally lazy day. But it was, it was, we went and did stuff, and then we came home and just kind of chilled for a while. So that was really nice. It's nice, especially since he did so much yard work in whatever Saturday, that, so he can have a kind of some downtime before, the week rat race, as he calls it. Work and running me and everybody to appointments and different stuff. We've got a week full of that this week. I'm going to put this in here. I don't know if I'm going to actually use it. I'm thinking, surely I have a sticker for it. Oh, this is so sticky. I have got to powder this. I'm going to put that there. I don't know if I'm going to use it there, but I'm thinking I might. It might be a little too big, and I'm going to see if I can cut it down at all. All right, so that day's pretty much done. So Saturday, that does not go here. Where did we start out? Okay, Saturday the 17th. Let me get my Saturday. It started out really pretty. We worked in the garden. We picked a bunch of carrots. That's where I need, well, I have these little clip art because we picked, but I'm going to use this as well from Brooke. And I will try to remember to link their channels and all the info to the two of them in the description, if I can remember to do it. So, I don't know that, because we did, I don't know if that's going to fit on that little square in addition to everything else, but I'm going to put it in there. And we'll just set it right there. Okay, and come back to it. So we did garden stuff. We did, let's see, I had it ready. And then what did I do with it? Aha. I know I've been talking about all the rain we've had and the storms, but we did manage to squeeze in a pool morning after we gardened. So that was fun. It got really hot really quick, so I don't know if I'm gonna have room for all of this. So let me start getting some stuff down here and then we'll figure it out. Because we had a pretty busy day Saturday. And like I said, it started off good. We picked lots of carrots. He cut grass. Oh, well, he got some of it cut before. Let's see, what was I doing? Focus. Here we go. He got some of it cut before it started raining. And then once that happened, we just came inside and it was letting up. I mean, it was still soaked. You know, we couldn't have really gone back outside and done anything. But the rain had let up. And then, let's see. I'm talking ahead of my gluing here, and I'm confusing myself. Which does not take a whole lot, I might add. There. And, you know, I could have moved that up so I'd give myself more room. There's a thought. All right, so I'm going to put this up here. I may need a flip out, which if I do, that's okay. It's good to be busy enough to have a flip out, right? Somewhere up here, I had a lawnmower. Or him working in the yard or something. I don't know where my lawnmower went. I had one though. It'll turn up. Let me cut these out and then I'll tell you what we did. And then whatever I just did with that weather tornado warning, I need it back. Oh, here we go. So we get ready to leave. After we, you know, did the pool and it started getting clouded over, so we came inside, and I came inside and started probably cutting up more carrots and doing all the things. And then he comes in and kind of, he relaxes for a little bit, and then the rain kind of let up, so we were going to run to the store and he needs some new boots and stuff like that for work. And then run to Sam's. So, but about the time we got our we got dressed and ready to go, we get an alert that we have a tornado about, well, they said it was about 10 miles from here on the ground, and it was heading kind of in our direction. So we were like, okay, we better wait. So we don't have huge tornadoes here, like the big, you know, ones, other areas. But we've been getting, seems like we've been getting a lot of them lately. And let's see, just kind of went brain dead there trying to cut. So we waited, and you know, you're just kind of sitting tight and waiting for, you know, to see where it's gonna go, or if it's gonna hit you or whatever. And then it wasn't on the ground anymore. I don't know what you call that, so I'm kind of hesitant to, you know. Was gonna put, if I have room, I have a girl on a little floaty too, because I swim with them. I'm getting some exercise in the pool, so that's good. We haven't gotten in it a whole lot in the last week because it has been rainy and the water's actually been cool, which is kind of nice, because usually by this time of the year the water's like feeling like feels like bath water. But it was so dry here for a little while, and then now it's like once it starts raining, it doesn't ever stop. All right, so we picked carrots. I have room for a lawnmower, and then, or this. And then we got in the pool. And then when we were gonna get ready to go to Sam's and go to the shoe store, we had to wait because of the tornado warning. So, but they lifted it. I don't think it hit anywhere. I think it was like a really rural area where it hit. I haven't heard, you know, if there was damage. I'm sure that there was some kind of damage from it. But there's a section out at the state line that, you know, isn't, it's almost like a flying field, like an airport type thing, and like a rural airport, not like a major one where you'd fly into it. This is like a private, you know, private airplanes, and I think the military used it for practice and whatnot. So anyway, and then there's just woods and things, so maybe it didn't damage anybody's stuff or houses or anything like that. So I really wanted to put that on here because whenever we pick carrots, it's always the who picks the biggest carrot. I think he won this time. So yeah, here's my other gardening stuff. Still looking for the lawnmower, but it doesn't really matter. It's something that happens every weekend this time of the year, so it's not a big deal. But I can see that I'm going to have some sort of a flip out in order to make that work. So I don't have to. I could just, you know, glue this up here, and we swam, and we went to Sam's, and there was a tornado warning, and have this little cluster down here, and call it good. But you know, it's an excuse for a pocket or a flip out, so why not, right? Let's see. Well, I could just put this little guy on here because he kind of won the biggest carrot. It got to where he was just, some of them I can't reach in this one bed that we were picking because it's up against a fence and I can't seem to get back there real well. And so he was able to reach them. So he was picking them and handing them to me. And I was cutting the tops off and putting them in our bucket. And so, you know, that might be why he got the biggest one this time. But he's had the biggest one, you know, in other carrot picking contests. So we'll let him have this one, right? So if I leave that there and just do, and then I can just write, I don't have to have anything else. And it doesn't seem logical to, you know, to put that on. Actually, yes, it does. It seems very logical. This really doesn't match. I mean, it matches this. I don't think it looks good with my background, though. That's my problem. Oh, I have a fix for that. Yeah. I have these little pads right here. And I think this either blue or orange one will go perfectly. This is just, this is that Paken paper. I think I got these at the Dollar Tree. I'm not sure. I have, like, those colors, and then some of them are the same colors, but this is a brighter. I can't remember if I got Dollar Tree or wherever, but it's just thin. You know, it's like, well, it's so thin I tore out too. Let's see if we want to do that. It's too thin on its own is where I was going with that. But it doesn't have to be super thick. I mean, it's just a flip, right? And then maybe I can put both of us on there because we both picked carrots. I knew that this day was going to be the heavier, you know, not heavy, but heavier on the items and the stuff I had to put on it because we were busier this day. But it was a good busy. I enjoy working in the garden with him, and it's something we both enjoy doing now. So that's nice. All right, to flip or not to flip? That is the question. So this goes up here. This goes down here. And this basically would be my journaling space. Or I could just leave it be. This is so thin, though. It's not a good, I have a larger index card. Let's see. Give me just a minute. Let me get to my, I have one of these big index card holders. It's holding some notepads and a few large index cards. And some other journaling cards. Oh, I just bumped you, I'm sorry. Okay, that's too big. But I could do it like this. We don't need the whole thing. Or I could do it like this. Yeah. Could do that. And then I'd have writing. Let me do it like this. Okay, might as well. We have it, we might as well use it, right? Using the stuff. But anyway. So how is your journaling going? I know I ask that every video, and actually some of you do answer me sometimes. And let's see if I can get this on here. And hopefully I didn't just stick my index card to my parchment paper there. There we go. Well, it's not, didn't exactly do an amazing job. I mean, I guess it wouldn't have mattered. I could trim it. But I'd like for the lines to be sort of straight on the other side. Let me move that. Got glue everywhere. Well, it's still not straight. So, it didn't want to lay flat again. Okay. Could have just used the journal card. I mean, the index card without the blue on it, but what fun would that be, right? That's no fun. All right, so this means we have an excuse to use washi tape. Oh, but this also means I've got to trim that down or it will not fold. I mean, it will block the fold, yeah, of the journal. There we go. Uh-oh, look what I did. That must have been stuck to the paper. I'm like, I just cut off my feet and my carrot. Yay. It's all right. I can fix it. I can fix it. Maybe we won't worry about that. All right, so let's get the washi tape. Let's figure out what we want to put on here. And actually, I'm just going to use clear tape until I figure out what we want on the back side. And let me try it this way. Right there. And right here. Nope. Boy, I botched that one up, didn't I? Let's try that again. How hard is it to tape? I struggle with this every time. You know that. Every time. Every time. All right, so now it says Sunday Fun Day. It's not Sunday Fun Day. I have Hello Sunshine. I have this. I have rainbows. I do not have, yes I do. I started to say I don't have washi at my ready, but I do. I have some. That would work, that would work. It's not all the washi, but it's some of it. Actually, you know what? That has clovers on it, but... And you can't see it because I'm not showing it to you. I could use this green, is where I was going with that. Could use this green. It's a big roll. I don't know if I'll ever use all that. There we go. All right. Now we have the inside washi. And I can figure out what I want on the outside later. Or not worry about it. Or I could do it now. I need some washi tape with carrots on it. I wonder if anybody sells garden washi. Oh, speaking of garden washi, I got this a while back. I did not show y'all what all I got that day, I guess. I just told you about it. I went to Tuesday morning, I went to Joann's, and I went to Hobby Lobby. All in the same day. Uh-oh. And I did not do a haul. I probably should have, but I didn't. I think I've shown you bits and pieces of it. Wow, I'm struggling with that. Okay. Now I know why. I didn't have tape, I had plastic. Okay. So this I got because, oh my goodness, at the flowers, there's probably not much on that roll, but that was why I got this. And I might add that they really did not have a good sale yet. It's got strawberries on it. That was stuck. What does this one say? Kindness is magic. Okay, that's cute. That'll go up in my word washi. Well, I thought I was going to want this, but I don't really. So, I might just have to come back to that. Something will strike me in a minute. Alright, so I'm going to glue him onto here. Let me get my... Actually, this will work. This will be just fine. That will work just fine. Well, I hear all the birds outside. When I first was going to turn on the camera, all you would have heard was thunder. Because it is definitely storming, or it has been all morning. It felt really thick. I was making sure I didn't glue 2 pages together. Okay. So, let me get him on here. And then I will figure out what to do with her and her cut off feet. Let me get some of my mess under control here, so I don't cut up anything else I didn't intend on cutting. There we go. All right, that's a little bit better. And anybody else this scattered when you journal? Or is it just me? It doesn't matter what I seem to have ready, or, you know, I guess because it's just, you know, you make a mess. I guess when you journal, you're getting stuff out, especially if you're making a video. And you're kind of getting stuff out and you're not taking the time to put it back up, maybe. Maybe that's part of it. I did not glue that all the way down. I did not glue that all the way down deliberately. All right, let me get this stuff glued down. See where I want all of that. So, a few nights ago, I don't know if I'll get to Thursday or not in this video, but I was coming home with a friend of mine, and we actually had a tornado warning, you know, while we were in the car. Both of our phones went off at the same time. And, anyway, so that was like, we're fairly close to my house. She was bringing me back home. And so we were pretty close to home. So we got there, but I could definitely see the direction that they were talking about. And we were like, oh, let's just get home. All right, let me glue the pool and the pool kiddos in. And we sure do enjoy it. It's just a little above ground pool, but it's not little. It's like an 18 by, it's a little more than 4 feet. It's like 52 inches deep. Because basically if the pool is 4 feet, you don't get 4 feet of water. You know what I mean? So we went, when we got the second one, when we got this one, we went ahead and got the 52 inch deep, and then it gives us about 4 feet of water. And, you know, they built the deck for me. He started it last year when it doesn't go all the way around the pool, but I couldn't get in and out of the regular pool ladder, so we had to have a special one. We ordered the inside part of it, a special ladder with handrails, and then he had started building this little deck right here last year, and that's what he was doing when he had his heart attack last Mother's Day weekend last year. And so one of his contractor friends came and finished it for me while he was recuperating from his heart attack, and I thought that was so sweet. I mean, I had only met the guy one time, but, you know, he came and just finished it up. We had all the lumber and everything ready. It just, you know, I thought that was so sweet. It was some guy that he works with, or, you know, a contractor that, you know, they do some of their work. So it's just so sweet. All right, so under here, yeah, this is where I can write about the day, and I can decide to put her on later. So I'm just going to leave her up here, and we're going to call that day a wrap. And so it's Friday. Let me see how we're doing on time. We really are. I probably should stop this one here, and then I'll start back and just keep going backwards. I'm making good headway on my pages though, so I'm getting there. I'm not current, but I'm really close. I think I actually have something on every day. It's not all done, but I have something on every day. And some days I'm looking for something that goes with that day, you know. So I will, I'm going to stop there, and I will pick back up, I think, on the 16th. All right. See you in a little bit, or I see you on the next page. Bye-bye.